This is Interviewing 101 with how to and how not to get a job with Paul, Blaise, Morgan, Justin, and Jason. Okay, so first thing you have to do for an interview is prepare. Prior to the interview, review all your application's resumes. Choose people that might be right for the job, but you need further information. Make sure you're on time to the interview. Also, keep your nerves down. That will also keep theirs down.
Come in.
Hi, I'm Tom Brady. Nice to meet you. John Johnson. Nice to meet you.
How are you today?
Pretty good. Have a seat.
How's the weather outside?
It's not too bad. It's warming up a little bit.
Yeah, this week has been pretty back and forth with the weather.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you come by today. I just wanted to get some insight on your work experience and maybe what you could bring to our company.
Sounds good. I feel like I have a lot to bring to the Mizzou Hotel.
This is an example of a proper opening. They started with a firm handshake, and the interviewer started with small talk to ease the tension. The applicant dressed in proper professional attire and had a great upbeat attitude. The applicant has experience to bring to the table and is ready to talk about things. Hey, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. What's your name?
I'm Michelle.
Michelle. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Rick James. I run this place.
Oh, yeah?
So, you've been looking for a job for a while?
Not really. Just a couple weeks kind of decided I should get a job.
Okay, you just saw the Mizzou Motel was hiring?
Yeah, I did. Just saw the application and thought it'd be some good experience.
I see. Yeah, on the application I saw you attending the university.
Yeah, I do.
Is that why you decided to?
Yeah, I thought this would be good. We're at Mizzou and stuff, and
I got
yeah.
You. All right.
This was an example of a poor opening. She had an ineffective entrance where she just walked into the room without knocking. She had no introduction. The interviewer had to ask her for her name. She had poor self-image and looked like she had just rolled out of bed. She had a nonchalant attitude where she really didn't care what she was doing there. She had no experience. Their handshake was weak, and she had poor posture. Overall, this was just a bad interview.
So in college, you've been out to the bars quite a bit then?
Oh yeah, I go out to them all the time. I was out last night till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is that right?
Yeah? Did you go out too? It's Fat Tuesday.
No, I wasn't out last night.
Oh.
We should go out sometime. How old
Yeah,
are
we
you?
should. Oh, I'm 29.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good time at Harpo's. Yeah, you want to go out with me sometime? We can go to Harpo's.
This is an example of an error that occurred in an interview. It was a similarity error between the interviewee and the interviewer, who were both close in age, and they had an interest in the bars. It took the topic off of the interview and onto a date setting.
So tell me a time when you were in a leadership position and you had to make decisions and lead a group to a common goal.
Well, I was a co-producer for a video that we shot that was about autism, and I coordinated a staff of 15 people with a story and that included a blog on the internet and television campaigns. And as the leader of this group, I was responsible for making sure that the story went on, and we won an Emmy, and that was a pretty successful time.
Okay. So this job involves a lot of heavy lifting, maybe moving some big boxes. Is that okay? Those good duties? You can take care of those?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was an athlete, so I mean, yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So what would you say some of your strengths and weaknesses are?
For a weakness, I would say like I take on too many tasks, so I might not be able to finish all of them. And strength, like I'm a very outgoing person, and I can talk to people.
Okay. So this job entails the sale and handling of alcohol. Are you over the age of 21?
Sure am.
So if I were to call your previous employer, what maybe things they would say about you?
They'd say that I'm trustworthy, hardworking. I can take on a vast number of tasks, and I go beyond what's asked of me.
In this part of the interview, the getting information is used to find out more about the candidate, something about their strengths and weaknesses. You're also supposed to see if they are right for your company. It's used to find out more about their personality. Watch for verbal and nonverbal cues. You're also supposed to find out, see if they fit the job requirements.
How old are you?
22.
22. That's a good age. So are you married?
No.
You go to church on Sundays?
I'd say about maybe once every month.
This was an example of an error. An interviewer is not allowed to ask these kind of illegal questions. In race, sex, or age bias, this was an error. You're not allowed to ask about someone's age, their relationship status, or about their religion. In this case, this was an error on the interviewer.
Okay, well that pretty much does it for all the questions I have for you right now. Just maybe go over what this job entails. You'll probably be working at the front desk a lot. There'll be a lot of morning shifts, maybe night shifts thrown in there. Work a lot, maybe late hours if you have night shifts. We do half-an-hour breaks every 4 hours. You get a 45-minute lunch break. Everybody, especially the team you might have met when you came in here, it's really good people to work with.
Alright, yeah, that sounds pretty good so far.
Also, this specific job, we prefer you working 5 to 6 days a week. With being full-time, you're given a full week's paid vacation. If you don't use any of those vacation days, then we can add it on to your next year. Also, being at the Mizzou Motel, employees receive 50% off any of our hotels across the country.
Sounds pretty good to me.
In this part of the interview, it is used for the interviewer to give the applicant more information about the job. It's also time for the applicant to ask more questions about what they will be doing at this job.
So I want to thank you for taking the time to come over here and talk to me today. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I'm pretty sure that I answered all of them.
Okay, well, if all your references check out, then we'll be happy to have you on our team after hearing everything about your previous job and if you're still interested in working for us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, great. Well, I'll give you a call within probably the next 3 or 4 days, and we'll get your background checks.
Thank you very much. Sounds good.
Have a great
Pleasure.
day. All right.
This was an effective closing. The interviewer hires the first good applicant and does not leave him hanging with if he got the job or not. He gives him a time frame of when he will call and says he got the job after he checks his references. They had a great interview together, and he will have the job after everything clears.
Thank you for your time today. You have any more questions for me?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
Well, we might be in contact with you. Have a good day.
Alright, you too.
All right, man.
This was overall a bad closing. The interviewer leaves the applicant thinking about if he got the job or not. Overall, they did not have a great interview together. But since the applicant did not get the job, the interviewer should have told him that they were thinking about hiring other applicants and that he might be suited for another job. This was Interviewing 101 with Morgan, Justin, Blaise, Paul, and Jason. Good luck on your next interview.